We all know the benefits of mental and physical health that come from hiking. However, when our physical health is not as good as it should be, the fells can be a dangerous place to be when feeling ill. Today's hike started just like any other. However, just 2 hours into the hike, Danielle started to feel very ill, and we had to make some very quick decisions to ensure she was kept safe and warm, and we got her down safely. So this video is made up of what footage we collected up until that point. And I think this just highlights how quickly one's health can deteriorate and how prioritising their safety and welfare comes first above all else. When talking about Steel Fell, Alfred Wainwright said, "It's a heap of heavy red stones, forms a colourful cairn on the highest part of the fell. Several small tarns lie around like an untidy and unattractive necklace." This hike begins at the Steel End car park. It's £9 for the day, and there is plenty of parking spaces here. The hike begins by walking back through the gate you came in, and you begin heading across the road, where there is a gate and a signpost telling you where to go. At the start of the hike, Danielle seemed fine. She wasn't as chirpy as she usually is, but we put this down to her just being tired from having had a rough night's sleep the night before. It was only as the hike progressed that we started to notice little things, such as her struggling to get over little streams, and she was taking longer than she usually does and was lagging behind. As Danielle and I have been together for nearly 15 years, I was able to notice subtle changes in her behaviour. I often asked her while we were out how she was feeling and if everything was okay, to which she replied she was just a little bit tired. But because I know her well, I knew things weren't right. So I stayed and kept a better eye on her to ensure that she was kept safe and not left to lag behind. To those days before, to those after, to those here and those beyond. These are the days that define us. These are the days that will live in the memories of those we leave behind. It's in our hands to decide how we are remembered. Walking through a bloody swamp at the moment. It's just water filled pothole after pothole after pothole. But yeah, we'll get there. Three, two, no, nope. Taking the easy way, eh? Go, go. Go, go, go. 3, 2, 1. Jump. Yay. Let's give it orientation. There's a Helvellyn Ridge over there. There's the A59, whatever it is, I don't know. But that's the road to Keswick. And up there is Steel Fell Summit. And we're heading up through the valley, round the back here, and then up onto this ridge line. Right. So, how long do you think it'll be before you reach the North Pole?
Soon. I'm cold. It's freezing.
Freezing?
Yes. My hands are like ice.
So, after that comment, saying she was freezing, we knew something was wrong, because it was a relatively warm day. As you can see in this scene, Danielle had removed her hat, after only telling me she was freezing just a few minutes before. So she was obviously having hot and cold sweats. So in my mind, I was starting to have thoughts of maybe stopping the hike and going back to the car and getting her home. Having spoke to her about this, she said she was fine, so we decided to carry on. Right, just had a little bit of break here. We're going to start heading up here, around the back of here, and head up onto the ridge line there. So yeah, let's go. It was at this point that I noticed Danielle was really struggling. She was falling further and further behind, and I was really concerned. And then it hit her. She felt faint, felt like she was going to pass out, and felt incredibly sick. So we decided to stop. So after a few minutes of Danielle resting, she was able to gather herself, and we decided now's the time to start heading back down. So with keeping Danielle's welfare at the forefront of our hearts, we got back down as quickly as we possibly could. The Fells are a beautiful, stunning place to be. However, when you or somebody around you feels very ill, they can become threatening and you can feel extremely vulnerable. So it is then reassurance and care is paramount to prevent panic, which can always make the situation worse. For as long as I've known her, Danielle has been a very strong, determined person who doesn't give up lightly, so for her to stop and turn round was huge. Just remember, despite how strong you think you are, safely risk assess your situation and do the right thing for everybody around you to ensure you all get down safe and together. We'll see you next time.